We're sitting here with Benjamin Diskin.
How you doing?
Anyone, I'm sure, who's watching this video probably has a pretty good idea of who you are, but just as a brief refresher for those who might not know, you're talking, Jacob from Fire Emblem Fates. You're talking number 1 and number 2
Woohoo!
from KND. Codename Kids Next Door. A couple of the, correct me if I'm wrong, you did some of the Orin voices for the WildStar Online.
Yes, I did.
That's
wow. Dang, yeah. I didn't even know you'd know that. Yes, I did.
I have to,
Cool.
Excuse me. I mean, any real fan of yours should, of course.
Wow.
Humphrey from Alpha and Omega.
Yep. But the sequels, to be clear.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just the sequels, not the original.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay, well, just the sequels.
Yeah, I don't want to take credit away where it's not due.
But of course. And some of the Amon voices from Terra.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I apologize. Also, in anime, you have rather prominent roles, including and not limited, or including JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You played Joseph Joestar.
Joseph Joestar from Part 2.
Which is awesome.
Thank you.
Quite an impressive list. You have quite an impressive list. You've built up, like, just to be, 30 years will do it.
Yeah, a couple of things.
Yeah, just a couple of roles.
Yeah.
When people come up to you and ask and say, hey, we have this character that we want you to voice, what do you look for in the part? How do you make the decision?
Sure. So the first thing I do is I say, "How much? Give me all of the money." No. First of all, if anybody offers me a role, I'm usually like, "Yes, thank you," and then I figure it out from there. But I would say. Normally, whenever we do an audition, there is like an actual image. There's that they provide you of the character. So it'll be something along the lines of, we have a porcupine, right? We need you to voice the porcupine. And so the porcupine, if it's a cute-looking porcupine, you give it a cute little voice like this. If it's like a scary-looking demonic porcupine, you go, oh, okay, it has like razors for eyeballs. Gotcha. Maybe more like, yeah, I am the porcupine from hell. But so you can use the character image to start piecing a few things together. If it has buck teeth, maybe it sort of talks like this, or maybe if you go, okay, we don't want it to be too stereotypical, we want it to have a little bit more of a natural read, it'll say so in the directions, and it'll say, we're looking for super realistic, I know he's a talking porcupine, but keep it super real. And so it's just going to be your regular speaking voice going, yeah, hey, how's it going, I'm Porcupine, I hope you guys have a great day. And it's like super, it depends on what they're ultimately looking for, but more importantly, it's what do you think works? Sometimes you'll get audition sides and you will do the exact opposite of what they ask for, and they'll go, oh, actually, that's what we want. And that's what it'll take to get the role. And other times, you've got to follow them right down the line and give them just what they're looking for. So sometimes 2 takes helps.
That's really insightful.
Hey, I try.
And actually kind of answered 2 questions at once there. The
All
second
right.
being, how does each voice manifest? But
well, that's how each voice manifests.
That'll do it.
2 down. Boom.
Bam.
Super
already.
efficient.
So this is the most efficient interview I've ever. Are there, with all that wide range, I would assume your voice gets put to the test quite often.
Yes.
Are there any, obviously we've all heard of kind of vocal warm-ups that you can do and help, and there's that cough syrup you were talking about, of course.
Yes.
But
the other one I'm going to butcher, it's spelled Nimjang Pe Pakwa, but apparently I've been pronouncing it horrendously incorrect. If you are Chinese, you probably know what I'm talking about, and you're like, that ain't even close, buddy.
We actually have a clip of that, so we'll play that now.
Perfect. Okay, so that's how it's actually said.
So, are there any physical activities or exercises that you do to kind of help, your voice stay on point? 100
sit-ups a day, 100 push-ups a day, 10K run every single day.
1 Punch Man.
No, I would say vocal warm-ups for me are mostly just making weird noises in the car on my way to a job. It's everything to try to clear the gunk out and get everything kind of warmed up. So lots of pulling air in, pushing air out, and all of that sort of stuff. But ultimately, the job itself usually winds up working out the kinks right then and there. So there's not a whole ton of warming up for me. I know some people really go through the paces. I just kind of show up and go, all right, let's see what happens. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I go, hang on. Yeah. okay, I'm ready to go. And they go, are you all right? I'm like, yeah, I just need to clear the bats out of the belfry, and then it works. So,
That's beautiful.
yay.
And so becoming.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves that.
To just divert for, did you happen to know at any point, before you were invited, what Anthrocon was? And if you had, did you ever actually picture yourself there being here in that capacity?
So I kind of knew what Anthrocon was. I've heard of only two furry conventions, this one and Midwest Fur Fest, because I can remember that name very easily because I find it hilarious. But I was like, well, I'm never going to get invited to one of those things. I mean, because I don't do any furry roles except for, I think I did Humphrey and the Alpha and Omega sequels. They're not going to bring me over for that. I mean, So then I got this thing. And a guy on Twitter messaged me. His name is Dither, and he's like, hey, so I want to make you a fursuit of Haida. I said, I'm sorry. And he's like, listen, I feel like you're going to get invited to some big furry convention, and I want to make this for you. I'm like, okay, buddy, sure. Because I get messages on Twitter, and it's usually some person's claiming they're going to do something like, I'm going to conquer Mars. And I'm like, sure, buddy, okay. And he kept showing me pictures of this in development suit, and I'm like, wow, he's really serious. Boy, I really hope I get invited to a furry convention so I can wear it to somewhere, because otherwise this guy's going through so much work. And then Anthrocon invited me, and I went, dude, I got invited to Anthrocon. He's like, yeah, I know. He's like, I knew that would happen. I'm like, thank you. And so that's basically how I truly found out about Anthrocon and got invited.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, you made a tweet actually recently that you are Haida's Persona.
I am his Humansona. Behold. Yes.
Oh, gotta love it. Huge diversion, real quick.
Sure.
Let's just, because I gotta bring it up.
Okay.
I have to.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel? How do you feel now versus however you want to comment, I suppose, on your role as Sylvester from Kindergarten Cop?
That takes me way back. I was 8 years old when I recorded that movie. I remember being a little tiny kid, and my parents had this giant mound of large pillows in front of a mirror, and all I remember is they said, hey, Ben, if you got this, you'd get to hang out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I fell into the pillows going, I would love to work out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, that would be so cool. And then I went there, and they actually hired me, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get to do this. The entire cast and crew were really, really wonderful to the kids. They built an entire playground for us on the Universal lot. We filmed up in Astoria, Oregon. We stayed in a cool hotel. They were just super duper nice. And it's funny because looking back on it, when you're a kid, you don't know what the heck you're doing. As an adult, I'm like, oh my gosh, I played the classroom pervert. Because he's looking up little girls' skirts and dresses by pretending to play with a doll. And keep in mind, this is the 80s, 90s. So his mom is concerned that he's gay.
You were also
back
six.
then. Yeah, well, right. And she's like, oh my goodness, my child might like men. He's playing with toys. He's playing with little dolls. And it's like, no, it's okay. Your boy's straight. He's looking up girls' dresses. She's like, oh, thank God. Listen, this was the 90s. Different time. Also, yeah, very, very young child. So different. But yeah, that's what that was like.
And I guess with that, I've got to just. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to anyone who might be watching this? Fans, potential people who are just doing some research, anything you'd like to close out?
If you go on the internet and you look at a bunch of furry stuff and you think those people are really creepy and weird and gross and awful and I hate them, they're actually very nice people. They have treated me exceptionally well this entire convention. It's basically a bunch of really friendly people who are all talented artists. And please be nice to the furries. They do not deserve the scorn they get. So please be cool, okay? That's all I ask.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay!